Welcome, and we hope you will enjoy this brief introduction to the Cook Inlet Regional Citizens Advisory Council. In the wake of the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill, the United States Congress passed the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, or OPA 90. In writing this legislation, Congress found that the complacency of agencies and industry was believed by many to be a contributing factor to the Exxon Valdez oil spill, and that one way to combat this complacency was to involve local citizens. One result of this finding was the establishment of the Cook Inlet RCAC to provide citizen oversight of Cook Inlet oil industry operations. A fundamental concept for the Cook Inlet RCAC identified in OPA 90 is that the organization should foster the long-term partnership of industry, government, and local communities, and it is this language that has led to many of our most successful accomplishments. The work of Cook Inlet RCAC is defined by the mandates of OPA 90 and are driven by geography and programmatic needs. The geographic area of concern includes those areas where the Cook Inlet oil industry activities take place, as well as areas further afield such as Kodiak Island and the Alaska Peninsula that are at risk from Cook Inlet activities. Our programmatic areas of concern include any initiative that will help meet the Cook Inlet RCAC OPA 90 mandates. To ensure broad representation, Congress drew up guidelines for selecting voting members on the Cook Inlet RCAC board, which includes 13 members, each representing a specific interest or community. The cities of Anchorage, Kenai, Homer, Seldovia, and Kodiak each have a seat on the council, as does the Kodiak Island Borough and the Kenai Peninsula Borough. Interest groups represented on the Cook Inlet RCAC Board of Directors include the State Chamber of Commerce, Alaska Native organizations, aquaculture associations, and environmental, recreational, and commercial fishing groups. Cook Inlet RCAC also includes 10 ex officio members who represent state and federal agencies such as the U.S. Coast Guard and the Alaska Department of Environmental Conservation, among others. As a result of this broad representation, the Cook Inlet RCAC Board represents diverse interests in representing the citizens that could be impacted by oil industry activities in the Cook Inlet area. Much of the Council's work is done through three main committees: the Environmental Monitoring Committee, the Prevention, Response, Operations, and Safety Committee, and the Protocol Committee. The board directors and committee members are all volunteers. Since Cook Inlet RCAC's inception, there have been 65 different local citizens who have represented the various communities and interest groups on the Cook Inlet RCAC Board of Directors, and another 70 more have donated their time as public members on the two main working committees. These board and committee members have each brought unique experiences and expertise and have included teachers, mariners, lawyers, fishermen, retired agency and industry personnel, business owners, environmentalists, and scientists, all working together to ensure that decisions incorporate multiple perspectives as intended by our founding legislation. OPA 90 identifies a long list of tasks for the Cook Inlet RCAC, and our activities are evaluated by the U.S. Coast Guard for annual recertification. Based on the OPA 90 mandates, the Cook Inlet RCAC's long-range plan identifies overarching programs under which annual or multi-year projects are conducted. While Cook Inlet crude oil industry operators are required by law to fund the organization, a significant portion of our work is also funded through competitive proposals, state and federal grants, and through the extensive partnering opportunities with others. Some of the most important work conducted by Cook Inlet RCAC is participating in the process of preparing, adopting, and revising oil spill contingency plans. Cook Inlet RCAC is often the only public or non-agency review of these important plans, A thorough review is especially important to identify areas that do not appear to meet regulatory intent or compliance, and our participation reinforces our role in protecting Cook Inlet's productive waters. All in all, Cook Inlet RCAC participates in plan reviews at 4 levels: unified plans at the statewide level, sub-area plans that provide more regional information within areas of the state, local emergency plans, facility and vessel plans described earlier. A few examples of the many projects that have been conducted under Cook Inlet RCAC programs include deploying various physical oceanographic sensors and drifter buoys to better understand surface and subsurface currents and how they might affect oil spilled in the inlet, either as surface oil slicks or as naturally or chemically dispersed oil plumes. Another example of a committee project is a network of cameras that have been deployed to collect Cook Inlet ice observational data. These cameras provide direct visual data for ice in the inlet and are assessed by the National Weather Service's ice forecasting team. This information is important for ships transiting the inlet in dynamic winter ice conditions. Notice the 600-foot ship Seabulk Nevada in the Cook Inlet ice. Note the scale. Compared against the length of the ship, the upper left ice pan is over 1 mile in length. The last example of a committee project is the detailed mapping of coastal habitats in our area of concern, useful when trying to understand potential impacts of spilled oil and provide information for improved prevention and planning. What started as a pilot project in Cook Inlet by Cook Inlet RCAC has led to a statewide effort with more than 30 state, federal, and local partners. The coastal imagery and habitat data is compiled and served online by the National Marine Fisheries Service of NOAA. Cook Inlet RCAC is collaborating with the Alaska Ocean Observing System, or AOOS, to develop a Cook Inlet Response Tool, or CERT. Our overarching goal is to advance a next-generation oil spill response application that combines high-resolution coastal imagery and video viewer with a long list of GIS spatial data layers with real-time observation, model forecasts for winds, waves, and ocean circulation. This tool speeds access to and allows visualization of complex and multiple data sets for planning and during an emergency response situation. We have a robust public outreach program which includes a monthly newsletter, special publications, annual reports, exhibits, presentations, and special events. More information on our many projects, our background and history, is readily available on our website at www.circac.org. Cook Inlet RCAC's relationships with other organizations have led to a long list of successful projects in Cook Inlet that would not have been possible otherwise. Our reports are peer-reviewed, our scientific data meet some of the highest analytical standards, our reviews are thorough and fair, and our recommendations are well researched and considered. This has all led to opportunities and increased access to industry and agency information, all of which benefit our efforts to understand and protect Cook Inlet and areas nearby. You may contact us at our local number or 800-652-7222. And for more information about our organization, please visit our website at www.circac.org, where you will find extensive information about our current and past activities.